Okay, so I am open here to my PsychLab. I am on the home page, so this is where you should be as soon as you get access and enter in. And as you can tell just here on the home screen, there's a few things going on. First of all, the screen toggles between different features. Okay, so here's your book, Cicurelli White, 4th edition in Exploration. And then it toggles between this screen and then the video screen where if you click here to launch, it'll launch you into the videos. We'll come back to that, but here's where you can read the text. So there's the e-text, or you can listen to the text, the audio option, okay? But for right now, let's go back up here. Let's click on launch. Let's toggle back. If you have to go back, you can just hit that and click launch. There it goes. And it's going to launch you right into the videos. Okay, and it might take a couple seconds or so to get to the screen. But here's where you're going to see the rundown of all the different episodes correlating with the various chapters that were on in the textbook. Okay, so it goes all the way up past through kind of what we're going to be doing. Okay, and so sometimes you'll have 2 episodes to watch, sometimes only 1. Some of these chapters we don't cover, like motivation and emotion, sexuality and gender. We don't cover necessarily all of this stuff. So they're all here. And if you toggle to the right or the left, there might be some more. Okay, so you have to always check and make sure that you're watching all of them. But we're going to just go back really quickly. We click on course home. It takes you back to the main screen, and then you're back here. So that's how you access the videos. If you want to get to the extra resources, things like the tests and study plans, you could go into course calendar. And again, it might take a few minutes for it to load and to get up. And this is going to go ahead and keep track of everything that you're doing, as you can see here, week by week. If you click on to study plan, that's going to bring you to the chapter by chapter resources that are available for you. Okay, and here's where it's actually going to keep track of everything you do in a grid. So every time you take an exam, anytime that you complete a study guide, it's going to mark it for you. And then if we scroll down here is where you can see all the different chapters. So for instance, let's just click on chapter 1. And here you have, again, you can read the e-text here if you prefer to do it that way. And it will keep track of how many times you've read it or viewed it. It will create a customized study plan for you. You can take the test, experience the media assignments. Now, these have different things in there, including some of the videos that are in the video segments, so some of it overlaps. But it's just giving you more access points to the material, not necessarily different things. And then explore more chapter resources, okay? So every chapter is kind of unique in that it may or may not have certain features, but every chapter has a test and every chapter has videos. It's just some chapters come with extra things and some don't. But that's how you go ahead and you access all of that. If we go back to main menu, that will take you back to the home screen, back where we started. Okay, so that's the basics. But feel free to, play around in here. Once you have access to my PsychLab, you virtually can kind of go in and just check it out and see what's going to be useful for you. And in each person's going to be different. It will keep track of your grades, how you do on the tests. And again, I don't see that I don't check that. That is simply for you to do as practice tests and keep track of your own progress. Anytime that you take a test, it's going to give you feedback. It's going to let you know what questions you had a hard time with, what questions you got wrong, and it will even make suggestions as to what material you should go back and review. It'll even give you page numbers of where certain concepts are located that you didn't do well on for the tests. So it's really a great resource and a great tool for prepping for the actual exams that you'll be taking in Plato. So I hope that's helpful for you all, but please let me know if you have any questions.